Sometimes in life, you are faced with a situation that forces you to change your point of view, or change the way that you look at a topic. A few weeks ago, I had the privilege of interviewing a young man who just walked through this situation. Here is his story.
Sorry, I'm late. Yeah. Um, Traffic was crazy. I'm so sorry.
That's totally fine. Well, now that you're here, why don't we get started? Why don't you tell me the whole story
Yeah.
right from the beginning?
It was really. I mean, it started out really simple. October of 2020, I had the opportunity to take a Western Thought and Culture class at Toccoa College. Um, it was a great opportunity. Wouldn't trade it for the world. And that class took me down a path that I really didn't expect it to take me down.
So yeah, like there I am, uh, freshman, sophomore college, doing my classes. Had a couple other classes going on at the time, working a full time job. You know, just working really hard. And a few weeks into the class, my professor for my Western Thought and Culture class, who, side note, really great guy. You'd really like him. Anyways, he assigns us a creative assignment, and there wasn't really much detail as to what it was supposed to entail. So I emailed him and I was like, "What's this supposed to be about?" And he was like, "Really, anything you want it to be, as long as it relates to culture. And since culture can be related to anything, it really is wide open." So I sat there, had to think a while. I'm not that smart. I had to think a while. So eventually, I thought of a place I knew had culture. So that's where I really started this project, was when I went to this one place.
I went to my kitchen. I knew that in my refrigerator there was lots of things that had culture. Um, I had to look for them. I couldn't think, but finally I found yogurt. I knew it had culture. Had to check and make sure, but I was pretty sure it did. And then I found some kefir, and I knew that definitely had culture. And then I kept looking for other things in my refrigerator, and then I remembered that I had some old kombucha, which I was pretty sure it had some culture in it too. So I started studying them. I spent days on it, finding everything I could about culture in kombucha, kefir, and yogurt. I mean, there's a lot of information about it. You'd be shocked how much information there actually is on the internet about culture in those three products. It was amazing. But, after a while, I started thinking, that probably wasn't what my professor wanted. It didn't really make sense that in a Western thought and culture class he'd be wanting us to talk about that. So I was just lost after that. And how did that make you feel?
Um, it broke me. To be honest, broke me. I had I I had nothing. I didn't know what to do for this project. I really just I just lost myself at that point. Um, yeah.
So yeah, I went to my room and lay down on my bed, and I just thought about what I needed to do for this project. Slowly, I came to a realization. The realization was that the project was not supposed to be about yogurt culture, but instead about actual culture. and I realized that I had a culture of my own. It was a mix of many cultures. I have a father who's from up north, a mother from down south, and family members who have lived in Africa, China, and Korea. All of these cultures had developed me and helped turn me into the person that I am today. And do you think that helped you look at yourself in a different way?
I think it did. I think that realizing that about myself, that I was formed by so many different cultures, really helped shape me, if you know what I'm saying, into like knowing myself better. It was a fantastic experience. Yeah, I really learned more about myself and who I was as a person. I learned a little bit about kefir, yogurt, and kombucha too, if you know what I mean.
So there you have it, folks. Sometimes it just takes a strange situation to find out who you really are and how you got to be that way.